Welcome to English News Bulletin. I'm Debajyoti. Today's headlines. Assam Congress seeks transparent probe into Zubeen Garg's death. Education must spark creativity, not just confined to learning, says Assam Governor on the future of learning. Assam Rifles rescued 2 laborers abducted by NSCN-K rebels in Tirap. Guwahati GST fraud sting, rupees 83 crore caught in massive evasion. Social welfare body demands suspension of Arunachal officials over multi-crore land compensation scam. News in details. The Assam Congress has demanded the public release of the autopsy and coroner's report of the singer and cultural icon Zubeen Garg, who passed away in Singapore on September 19, 2025. Leader of the opposition in the Assam Legislative Assembly, Debabrata Silchar, has written to Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, urging a transparent and independent inquiry into the circumstances of Garg's death. In his letter, Silchar appealed to the Singapore government to ensure that all details of the investigation, including the coroner's findings, be made public to maintain trust and transparency. The Congress leader described Garg's death as a deep emotional loss for Assam and called for full clarity in the interest of his family, admirers, and the people of the state, who considered him a symbol of Assamese identity and cultural pride. The letter marks an escalation in public demand for accountability surrounding the tragic passing of one of Assam's most beloved artists. Assam Governor Lakshman Prasad Acharya has urged a fundamental shift in education to move beyond rote learning. Speaking at the Northeast Education Conclave 2025, he emphasized that education must spark creativity, critical thinking, and real-world problem-solving skills. Highlighting India's National Education Policy 2020 as a roadmap, he said education should inspire curiosity and innovation, preparing students as responsible leaders and innovators. The governor also noted Assam's efforts in integrating experiential learning and local societal needs into curricula. He called for smart classrooms, digital libraries, and community engagement to build an education system fit for the challenges of the 21st century. The Khonsa Battalion of Assam Rifles, in partnership with Longding Police, successfully rescued 2 laborers abducted by NSCN-K rebels in Arunachal Pradesh's Tirap district. The incident occurred around 4 p.m. on October 18th when 7 to 8 militants abducted the employees of Messrs. Agarwal Construction Company, engaged in a road project at village Lahu, Dadam Circle. Acting on intelligence, security forces launched a joint rescue mission, setting ambushes along the insurgent routes. The operation escalated at dawn on October 19th with a brief exchange of fire, resulting in both laborers being rescued unharmed. Security forces continue combing the area to track down the militants involved. This operation underscores Assam Rifles' commitment to maintaining peace and security in insurgency-affected border regions. In what authorities call one of the biggest crackdown on tax evasion, the Director General of GST Intelligence has unearthed a whopping rupees 83 crore GST fraud involving clandestine operations by businessmen Mukesh Agarwal, linked to Messrs. Balaji Concast and Messrs. Balaji Steel Rolling Mills. Agarwal was arrested after investigations revealed he illicitly manufactured and supplied steel products without proper GST documentation, evading taxes worth hundreds of crores. The operation exposed a sophisticated network of fake invoices and shell companies. Authorities say further investigations are ongoing to recover the evaded amount and dismantle the entire illegal operation. This crackdown reaffirms the government's zero-tolerance policy towards GST fraud, signaling tough action against tax evaders. The East Kameng Social Welfare Cultural Organization, EKSWCO, accused officials of serious irregularities, including inflated compensation claims for non-existent land and fake structures, which pose a significant risk to the timely completion of this key infrastructure project vital for Arunachal Pradesh's border connectivity. A site verification committee found several discrepancies during inspections. The organization has urged the state government to order an independent inquiry and take strict action to ensure transparency and protect public funds. The accused officials have not yet commented on the charges. In a massive show of unity, over 10,000 indigenous people from all 27 districts of Arunachal Pradesh gathered in Itanagar demanding the full implementation of the Arunachal Pradesh Freedom of Religion Act 1978. The rally, organized by the Indigenous Faith and Cultural Society of Arunachal Pradesh, saw participants from 26 major tribes and over 100 sub-tribes donning traditional attire and carrying placards urging protection of the state's indigenous religions, particularly the Doni Polo faith system. President, Indigenous Faith and Cultural Society of Arunachal Pradesh, Dr. Emi Rumi, stated the law was enacted shortly after the state's formation to safeguard indigenous faiths, but successive governments have failed to enforce it. The protesters called for immediate framing of rules and implementation, citing rising religious conversions as a threat to their culture and traditions. The rally underscores the community's resolve to preserve their identity and demand government action. "14 village chiefs from Manipur's Chandel district have jointly declared their firm opposition to the ongoing border fencing project along the Indo-Myanmar border. In a strong statement, they warned that no construction within their jurisdiction would be tolerated and that any continued efforts by authorities could lead to serious consequences. The chiefs expressed deep concerns that the fencing threatens the land, cultural ties, and community integrity. They also demanded the government halt all border-related activities until the long-standing demand for a separate administration for the Kuki-Zo people is addressed. This unified stand highlights the rising resistance from local communities who fear the land and identities are under threat. Mizoram has reported 121 tuberculosis deaths and 1,870 new cases from January 1st to October 10th, 2025, according to the State Health Department. Data reveals that out of 97,647 blood samples tested, 1,870 people, including 744 women, were diagnosed with TB. Among these, 121 patients had multi-drug resistant TB and 211 were co-infected with HIV. The majority of cases affected individuals aged above 14 years, with 104 children also diagnosed. Health officials noted a gradual increase in both TB cases and fatalities over recent years, emphasizing the need for enhanced awareness and treatment adherence. Efforts like the Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan have bolstered community support, aiding the fight to eliminate TB by 2025, ahead of global targets. Here we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for our next bulletin.